He will.
Another match at WrestleMania is going to be Jey Uso and Gunther. And this is the match that a lot of people have they wanted it and then they didn't want it. And now it seems like there's two schools of thought. There's that live crowd that's eating their eyeballs out. And then there is the chatter online. A lot of chatter. Oh, we don't want Jey Uso. He doesn't deserve it. Oh, Gunther should win. Recently talked to JBL and he says this is the potential show stealer for him. What do you expect here?
Ooh, JBL said that. You know what? I'm definitely, he's zigging. I'm going the other way. That crowd, big show crowd is what I'm saying. And that the Yeet, I'll just, on a big show like that entrance off of that stage or however he does all this, man, it is, gosh. And I'll say this, Jay, my man, I hope I'm wrong. His interest on a big show feel, and I'm sure they're going to have this thing dressed up, and he may have maybe one or two celebrity integrations. It's going to be look, Gunther's style by design is, I don't think it's his style to start a match hot. That ain't who Gunther's about. He builds and builds and builds, and a hell of a talent. But I think the amount of time this match is given is crucial, and I think you would lean into less is more. But they may want to go a different way, but they may bring them all the way down, and then Yeaton's going to come all the way back. But I think they've got their work cut out in a lot of ways. I don't think this is going to be a show stealer. That's just my opinion.
So you're saying this is going to be a shit match?
I didn't say that. I think they've got their work cut out to follow that interest on a big stadium show. And Jay is a high energy guy. And I say Gunther, and because his character is designed this way, he's not this big bump taker that a high energy babyface can really feed off of in this big show atmosphere. So I'm not going to say a clash of styles, although the potential of the clash of styles is definitely there.
I'm looking forward to this one because, and you and I've talked about this before, how important in life and in business managing expectations are. And I think so many people have decided this won't be a good match and they don't want to see it. Oh man, the internet, they've turned on Jey Uso in a big way. A lot of the smart fans online, they're not with it. And I get it. But it's like, hey guys, not everything on the show is for you.
Oh,
this is aimed. I mean, I remember Halloween 6 months ago. I had more trick-or-treaters dressed up like Jey Uso than any other wrestler.
Let me ask you, in the last couple of years, name a better dynamic entrance.
Yeah, I mean, it's right up there.
I'd have to rack our brain. I'm sure in the chat we may have some. And
that's fun. We want to hear from you guys. Who in the last few years in the modern era has had a better entrance than Jey Uso? That's a good question.
It's really fire. And look, did you see the Pat McAfee Wednesday night or tune in to any of the Pittsburgh deal? And
did you saw some clips? Yeah.
Yeah. So my man, our Cody Angle in the household, he literally watched every second of that thing. Unfortunately, he watched for the wrong reason. You know why he watched, right?
No.
He thought for sure Aaron Rodgers was going to walk out.
Oh, I got you.
We tried to tell him. But anyway, his favorite part was, oh, God, he told me all about it that night. Dad, Jey Uso was at this thing and all this. So, and I know Pat, but what I'm saying is the energy's fun. It's infectious. It is caught on. It is something that the Yeet, all of that is the water cooler talk that I think this business absolutely thrives on. I mean, it absolutely thrives on creating water cooler talk because, again, I'm sorry for the hardcore and the people but it has nothing to do with a hot spot. It has nothing to do with wrestling. It literally has nothing to do with an interview. It is just an infectious energy vibe that only this business, it's like you're never going to see, I don't care who it is, any sport, not gonna do this. You're not gonna see LeBron come out of the dressing room getting the whole crowd to eat. It just wrestling. It's the sing along. It's the play along. It's the catchphrase. And his is caught fire. So I'd love to hear chat. Who has really had, there you go. I see a Daniel Bryan, yes moment.
That was 11 years ago.
I was going to say, so I'm talking maybe post pandemic. What energy?
The Roman Reigns entrance does not compare. The Roman Reigns entrance is similar to the same person who said Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
either way, here's what we can agree.
Oh, but damn, come on.
Friend of the show, James Stewart, is actually suggesting something I thought about but changed my mind about saying out loud when we're talking about Jey Uso's entrance. He compares it to the Bray Wyatt entrance. As far as the lights and the fans interacting with, their phones, I agree. But as far as the energy, there's no comparison. I think the energy of a Daniel Bryan, yes, would be there. But with the music and the lights, it feels like Jey has perhaps borrowed a little bit from Bray and a little bit from Daniel Bryan. And what we've got here is sort of the best practices from both. I'm with you. I think that's the reason kids gravitate to it. They love that reaction. They want to do it around the house. They want to do it on the ball fields. Like, man, who would have thought Yeet was a thing? But here it is. So let's talk about wrestling.
Go ahead. No, but James, I appreciate the analogy, but the Bray Wyatt live, and I'm assuming you're there. Conrad, did you ever see a Bray Wyatt live entrance?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
To me, it was the more modern Undertaker entrance.
I was going to say, but the energy, I think I've told you that moment. Memorial Day is when it aired, but it was a couple of weeks before that, 95, me and Road Dogg against Undertaker and Paul Bearer. But when the gong hit, and I'm the talent in the ring, and hell, Mark, I worked with him when he broke in Texas. He came to Tennessee, so I knew him well. But the energy that would go through a crowd was super cool. Bray, you're right. It had just a unique electricity that again, I don't want to say it has nothing to do with that wrestling, because it has everything to do about wrestling. But it wasn't anything other than the music hits, and I want to see this guy come through the curtain. Taker, same way. Yeet to another level. Yeah. All right, we'll finish on that. Move on, pal.
Night one, I think, also has Jade Cargill and Naomi. I think, fun fact, if I have this right, this might be the first singles women's match in WrestleMania history where a title wasn't on the line. And it just happens to be with two African-American women. So they're making history in a lot of ways here. Jade Cargill has had an interesting story. I was able to call it with my friends on the Elimination Chamber and said, hey, wait a minute, I think, and now here it is. I like that they have a story, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here. You got a prediction? Is Naomi getting her hand raised, or is it Jade Cargill's night?
Jade in under 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
Yep, they're going to go strong.
Double J, Jeff Jarrett, here to tell you a little bit about the nonstop savings happening over here at SaveWithConrad.com. Are high credit card balances holding you down on the card? If you're looking to give a guitar shot to your credit card debt, or give your home the push it deserves with some upgrades and remodeling, you need to go to SaveWithConrad.com. That's right, SaveWithConrad.com. Conrad and his team are routinely helping My World listeners save $500, $600, $700, even $800 a month. Oh, did I mention you get to skip your next 2 house payments? Take a cue from The Last Outlaw, because if anybody knows how to get the bag, it's me. Strut on over to SaveWithConrad.com today and see how much money you can save for free. That's right, it's SaveWithConrad.com.
NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. SaveWithConrad.com.